happened? Oh my god.
This is an example of Newton's first law. Objects want to keep doing what they are already doing. So just because Tyler's skateboard hit the curb and stopped, his body wanted to keep moving. Newton's first law, also known as the law of inertia. Another example is, if there was a bus moving and it came to a complete stop, yes, the bus is stopped, but the person inside is still moving because they have inertia. Inertia is when an object wants to keep doing what it is already doing. This is an example of Newton's second law. James and Jigglypuff are gonna race. Let's see who will win. Ready, set, go! Because James has a larger mass, his acceleration wasn't as fast as Jigglypuff, who has a smaller mass. That's why Jigglypuff won. But remember, F equals ma. Newton's second law. Another example of this is if we had a truck and a car, and they went down the same hill, the car would accelerate faster than the truck. This is because the car has less mass than the truck.
Why am I jumping so low?
This is an example of Newton's third law. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if you want to jump higher, you have to press harder on the trampoline.
Oh, now I see.
Newton's third law. One other example is, if you were to take a basketball and bounce it onto the floor would push the basketball with the same amount of force.
Hello, I'm Sir Isaac Newton, here to tell you about my laws of physics. My first law. All objects will remain in a state of rest or continue to move with a constant velocity unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. This is also known as the law of inertia. This rock on my hand has inertia. It's going to continue doing what it wants to do. Currently, it wants to rest. And it will continue to rest unless another force acts upon it. And then it moves, and it no longer has inertia. Except that rock could, in theory, continue flying, because it wants to continue flying. But the force of gravity acts upon it, and it falls to the ground, where it will again rest until another force acts upon it. That is my first law. My second law. The acceleration of an object depends inversely on its mass and directly on the unbalanced force applied to it. This is also can be summarized in the equation F equals ma. Force equals mass times acceleration. So if you have two objects of the same mass and you apply the same force, they will go to accelerate the same. But if I find another object and one is smaller than the other one, and you apply the same force, the smaller one, for less mass, will accelerate faster. See? The little one accelerated faster. This is my second law. This is my third law now. 3 laws. For every action force, there's an equal and opposite reaction force. If I were to take this rock, I were to throw it at the ground, it hits the ground with a certain force, and the ground pushes back up on the rock with the same force. Because for every action, there's equal and opposite reaction. These are my laws. Learn them and know them well.